Hello and welcome to the very first episode of the Knitting Club. Here are your hosts. Time out for a second. I'm editing this video and I'm not liking the introduction, so I'm gonna go and reshoot that. Here we go. Hello and welcome, podcast enthusiasts. Today marks a pivotal moment in our collective journey. An Independence Day of sorts for our creativity as we launch the inaugural episode of the Knitting Club podcast. Yes, it's true, our first foray into the podcasting universe might very well be a spectacular disaster. But therein lies the beauty. This is our declaration of independence from fear, from perfection, from silence. Today, we are not casting on this podcast for you, the listeners. No. Today, we are doing it for us. We are stepping out from the shadows of hesitation and embarking on our own story, one episode at a time. Like all revolutions, our beginnings may be humble and fraught with missteps, but we will persevere. If you find joy in our attempts, welcome aboard. And while your taste may be as questionable as ours, we salute your adventurous spirit. But if you find that we have not yet reached your standard, bear with us. We will improve, we will refine, and we will not stop until we capture the hearts of even our toughest critics. So, without further ado, let us charge into this new endeavor with spirits higher than ever. Let the Knitting Club podcast begin. Hello, I'm Mate.
Hey, I'm Sammy.
Hey, Sebastian here.
I'm David.
And I'm Frost.
So, first topic on the menu is Fallout, the new TV show. Who's watched it?
I've watched only one episode so far, but I have to say it's a really good start.
Wait. It's already out?
Yeah, all the episodes are out.
No, they're from the future. Did you not know that?
How's it? I didn't know that.
Yeah, it came out. It actually came out, I think, 1 day early or something. But they dropped all the episodes at once.
Yeah, I think that's what Amazon does, right? They publish everything all at once.
Not always, though. They didn't do with the Rings of Power, I think.
Oh, that's right. It took forever.
Oh, I guess it depends. Yeah, they did say they're going to publish all of them.
How many episodes are there?
That's a good question. I think there's about 8, possibly. Something like that. I know that all TV shows now have less than 10 episodes for some reason.
Has anyone actually ever played Fallout?
Yeah.
I mean, I have. I know Frost has.
Mm-hmm.
Great games.
Yeah. Yeah. Fallout 76, though, I believe, was the one that didn't go so well.
Didn't it start terribly and then eventually got okay? But
Yeah, I heard it's improved. I don't know if it's as bad as it was when it came out, though.
Was that like a cyberpunk situation?
Yeah, I guess so. I don't think I gave it a shot, though, so I can't remember if... So I have no notion of whether it's good or not.
Oh, all right.
are you saying reading just the headline on a news article doesn't give me the ability to have an opinion on it? Oh, no.
Oh, sure.
Okay, good. Phew.
Speaking of games, Star Wars Outlaws.
There's a lot of people complaining that the main character is a woman for some reason.
Yeah.
Internet is a weird place.
Is this ASMR time?
Yeah. Closer to the microphone. Turn your microphone up.
I think it's even worse or even better in Japan with Biohazard.
Oh.
Is it a faux pas to just eat brie?
I actually don't know because I don't really like cheese. Well, at least not brie. I know, how dare I?
So you are not French. Yeah.
This is a lie. Next, you'll tell me you don't like hating on Americans.
Or wine?
Oh, yeah, that too.
I don't actually really like wine.
What is going on?
Who are you?
Hold on, someone's knocking at my door. They're asking me for my French passport.
You should give it to them. Honestly, you don't deserve it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out a good segue into the next thing that we have on the light menu, but I'm just going to go for it.
Well, how
Chili's.
about I was at a restaurant. That's where I watched them.
You were at a restaurant? Tell me more, David.
Well, they serve things with like meat and beans and tomatoes, and they slow cooked them. I can't remember the name. You guys might know. You know,
Is it anything to do with Chili's?
that was it.
I was gonna say Taco Bell.
Yeah, I went to the restaurant, and instead of handing me a menu, they handed me a hoodie, and I was very confused. But it had
apparently the
food
Chili's-
items on it.
Chili's
Oh.
menu hoodie. Usually the food items happen on my hoodie after I'm done at the restaurant.
Were you allowed to take the hoodie? Or...
Oh, yeah. Okay. So it's on Twitter. Win the menu hoodie.
Oh.
That's incredible. Why would you wear this?
Why
Also,
not?
when was the last time anyone has gone to Chili's?
Do we have Chili's here in Canada?
Every day is a chili day, but I don't know about chilies. So.
Probably
You don't-
better not knowing.
You don't count, Sebastian.
Ah,
Yeah, actually, I don't think I've ever been to a Chili's. I kind of
Really?
want to now.
Yeah,
Chili's had. It's like Applebee's style food.
So
Yeah.
high quality, fresh
It's good
made,
for you.
and all that. Got it.
Yeah, there was a
Oh,
couple
wow.
of things at Chili's that weren't too bad. The last I remember.
I mean, the last experience I remember having with Chili's was being a person in high school needing to make some money before undergrad, and going in and filling out my my resume, or not my resume, like the application, bringing my resume, and then having to take like a 500 question personality test. And I was like, 200 questions through. It was like, in this situation, what would you do? And it was my first experience with those type of questions of like, you're at a workplace and one person slaps the other person. What would you do? I'm like, A, B, C, D. Like, none of these. What?
Are you sure it was a Chili's and not an undercover NSA facility or something?
It was the back of a white van.
I can see why, like, while you're taking the test, there's like somebody in the back room watching you, and like you're like hovering over an answer, and their fingers hovering over a kill button.
kill, no kill, kill, no kill.
Dang it, my dad was so wrong. He's like, the worst they can do is say no, right? I'm like, no. The kill button there could have been way worse.
Congratulations, you passed the test. Yeah, anyway, what's this trap door underneath my chair? Don't worry about it. Welcome to Chili's. Here's your apron.
Don't slap an employee. Have fun.
Why don't we move into the main topic, guys? So, I believe what we were wanting to talk about are personal AI devices, things that have come out into the market. I believe there's 2 right now, probably more coming. One is called, I believe, Humane, and the other one is, what is it? The Rabbit? Yeah, so I looked at some reviews. I think it's the Humane one. It looks like a Star Trek communicator pin that you put on yourself, and it's using a little projector to use to have a means of outputting stuff to you. And then I heard like it runs hot. It is like running so hot it can burn you, apparently.
So you mean it has a
There's-
heating as a feature?
Yeah,
It's
it's,
actually cold.
it's heating as a feature.
Why did Sebastian's eyes light up? Like, do you need heating up there? Are you cold?
Of course. It's chilly up here.
Wait, you're going to Chili's later tonight?
Where are the sound effects?
Exactly.
Thank you
So
for
I'm
that.
still not sure what the use case of that is. Is it supposed to replace your phone? Like, Do you call people with it? I mean, I know you can take pictures. I don't
Not
really get
entirely
it.
sure.
Yeah.
I think it's like Alexa type of personal assistant that you wear, but it's smarter.
Yeah, I heard an interview, I think, or something like that. They were talking that what they wanted to do is like having your cell phone or the kind of connections you have with your cell phone, but without having to spend time on the screen, something like that. So everything is just happening on the background, and you just get the notifications and stuff like that.
You reduce your screen time by making things less efficient or intuitive. Great. But screen time went
Yeah,
down.
at
Well, it
least.
has a way of outputting stuff onto your hand,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
I'm curious, like how well that works outside on a sunny day. And would you look like a weird person on the bus? Like, eh,
Yeah, I'm looking at their
yeah, we'll
website
go
right
do
now,
that.
and some of those use cases are totally based on real life. There's this picture of a guy on a bus asking his AI pin, "How much is a vintage photograph of a total eclipse going for?" That's totally something someone normal would ask on the bus while sitting next
Just
to
riding a
people.
bus filled with
Yeah.
people.
I did that yesterday with my phone, of course. Especially for Latin America, that's a really good use case.
Or, "Hey, human pin, take a stealthy picture of this person."
Yeah. And don't let them know. Turn the
And then they
shutter
just
camera
look
off.
back at you. Who are you talking to? No, I'm just talking to my pin right
Yeah,
here. Don't worry about it.
You know, you're totally not in the frame of my pin.
Well, this was like this kind of reminds me of the days of Google. Was it Google Glass?
Google Glass.
That
I
was a whole
actually,
thing, like
yeah, I love
people
that
going into
idea.
the bathroom, and it has a little camera on it.
Yeah.
It's seems like the same thing, but just wrapped up in the marketing of AI.
Yeah.
I'm not even
Maybe
sure
some
what's
like,
the AI part of it, really. What is there?
yeah.
I think your connections and something like that. It gives you like a summary of all the stuff you have, uh, like all the notifications, but with AI, so you only got what's important to you, something like that.
So it's just a learning device that knows about your previous questions or conversations.
I've heard they tout it as um, this will replace your phone. So it's basically AI will replace all of your current features on your phone because it will suggest you the things that you would want for the topic you'd want. So instead of opening email, it would be like, "Oh, you don't have anything important. Don't worry about it." Or instead of opening calendar, it would be like, "Oh, you have a couple meetings today, but whatever." And you can tell it, "Oh, I'll reschedule my stuff. I don't want to do it." So it's more like a virtual assistant and a virtual person that you get to talk to and offload the work, and the AI will figure out how to solve the problem. Now, do I feel like I believe that's a successful endeavor at the moment? Nah, I'll be keeping my cell phone with me, even if I had one. Like, there are other uses
So
for
it's
cell
like a cell phone, but worse.
Exactly.
And don't new cell phones these days, like, aren't they going for like the AI thing? Like they have like some kind of AI integration.
I mean, if I open up my browser to chat GPT, I have AI integration now on my phone.
Wait, what?
I'm sure there's an app or two as well. But what's interesting too is the price point, I think, between these two. Like the Rabbit, from what I saw, is $200 or $199 and doesn't require a subscription, supposedly. The Humane Pin, that one is, I believe, $700,
That's quite a lot.
and then it seems it
That's
needs
a
a
lot.
constant internet connection as well.
I mean, honestly, it kind of just looks like a kid's toy. It's a little.
Like a Yu-Gi-Oh. What was it? What were they called? The
I don't
little
know what you're
pets,
talking about.
Oh, a Tamagotchi?
Tamagotchi.
Hmm.
Oh, okay.
Super advanced Tamagotchi.
Yes.
Say $200 Tamagotchi.
Or
Is
also
this even out yet?
No, I think it's in
pre-order, I think.
pre-order, but yeah, I'm still not sure how they're planning to sustain this, because I'm assuming there's a lot of R&D behind this, or maybe not. But $200 seems very cheap, especially if they don't have a subscription. How do they not run out of money?
Well, I'm assuming if there is no subscription, that also means that it doesn't need to connect anywhere.
Because so the main thing about this is, as far as I understand it, you don't have any apps. You just talk to your rabbit companion, and it talks to services for you. Like, for example, you say like, "Hey, I'm trying to go to this restaurant. Get me a ride," and it could be either taxi, Uber. So it talks to that for you. But those integrations are expensive. Like, you need to actually code them, and so how do they plan on making that sustainable?
Oh, I'm guessing then maybe they're hoping it's a marketplace type of environment.
It's
Was that? It's ads.
Ads. It's like, you would like to know this. Well, wait and sit through this 20-minute advertisement. Now you may know.
Hey, Rabbit, where's the nearest hospital? I would love to answer that. However, Chili's is having a 20% off night on Wednesday. Would you like the coupon?
You can staunch the blood with the hoodie that has the menu on it.
I'm not seeing anything on the site of the features.
Yeah, me neither. It's all just promo.
and maybe it's vaporware.
So it says Lamb functionalities. It works great on R1.
Well, I sure would hope so.
So, sorry, stop talking. Here's my money.
Look, I said AI. Do you need anything else?
You have a point.
We work with you to best incorporate them into R1. Okay, well that whatever. I mean, that's the device, so I don't know what they're talking about.
Okay, looks like they have kind of maybe like a roadmap here. Optimal search, music, rideshare, food, vision, generative AI, translation.
Mm.
Vision, though, I'm not sure what that would be about.
Probably like the AI vision, like you can look at something and it'll help identify it or some shit like that.
You know what will be really fun? If someone is listening to this through one of those devices. Okay.
Find me the worst podcast that you can ever imagine. Here you are.
So I think the actual question is here, guys, will you buy it? I won't. I wouldn't.
No.
I really got to know how this thing works to buy it. I mean, like, this is if it does all this for $200, maybe it's worth it. But like, how does it do all of that for $200?
I mean, the more I read the website, the more it's like, okay, maybe someday. I mean, when you dig down into how you teach your rabbits to perform specific tasks and learn you and your unique aspect, it's like teach mode is an experimental capability that dot dot dot. So it's like, yeah, I heard the word experimental and capability. Do not trust this as a product yet.
Did an AI write this website?
I think I'll let early adopters, work out the kinks, and once it's no longer experimental, maybe I can get one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd like to see somebody use a use case that's actually like that would benefit my life instead of trying to like figure that out myself with new tech. That would make it much more likely that I'd buy it. Like, okay, I want to increase my productivity this week. Well, this is what I did and it actually helped me. I'd be like, okay, fair enough. Okay.
Well, on that note, I think we are probably at time. Rabbit, the people who make that, if you want us to try out your nifty gadgets, why don't you send us along? Why don't you send one to us each so that we can play with it? Well, anyway, that's the end of the podcast. I'm so sorry. And I hope you return for the next one. All right, bye now.
Thank you all.